Okay, so it's family dilemma time. Now, my son graduated high school last Friday, and we had a graduation party for him on Saturday. Now, we had this party at our house, and the big tent and everything was set up in the driveway. Now, on our driveway, there's an extended concrete area that I had put in to extend the driveway further back to accommodate additional cars and the basketball goal when we first moved in the house, right? Um, Now, the basketball goal had been pushed back to the rear of this concrete area for the party to accommodate the big tent and tables and all of that. So the basketball goal was pushed all the way back to the rear of the driveway. Um, Now, when the goal was pushed back, and people were playing basketball at the end of the party. Some of the guys were having a good time playing basketball and everything. So after the party was over with, and the people who put the tent up came to pick up their stuff, and the lot, the area was again clear for cars. So my daughter parked her little baby Mercedes to the right of the basketball goal, which was still in position in back of the driveway. There was another car. My son parked his on the other side, on the left side. Now, here's where the family dilemma comes in at. So while this basketball goal was back there in that position, we had a situation that occurred where I'm out and I get a call from my daughter that the basketball goal somehow fell over. And it fell over to the right, and it landed on top of my daughter's Mercedes. Now, when I got this call, I immediately went into a state of what the up, because of course all the cars are in my insurance policy, and I could only imagine what this looked like, because this is a 60-inch basketball backboard. This is a NBA style, like a big ass. It's like the biggest portable basketball setup you could buy. Now, I envisioned just a pure disaster. Shattered windshield, caved in roof, the whole nine. So I was out and I said, well, let me head back to the house and see what's going on so I can contact the insurance company and see, how we gonna do this. And so I get back home, and to my somewhat pleasant surprise, I find that the basketball goal fell at just the right angle to where it created a small amount of damage on the hood and the fender on the driver's side, and it put a nice sized dent in the roof above the passenger side front door. And I'm like, wow, it missed the roof, it missed the majority of the hood, and it missed the windshield. No glass was broken, nothing was shattered, just nice dent and pretty deep scratches on the hood. All right, so it was way less extensive than it could have been. So now we're at the repair stage. So of course my daughter, this is her baby. She loves this car. And she's like, I gotta get my car fixed. So now the deductible on this insurance policy is $1,000 because got a lot of cars on that policy, and had to put a high deductible on it to make it, somewhat less outrageous every month. So I happen to have a good friend who owns a body shop, and I took the car to him, let him see the damage, and he said, well, if you took this to the dealer, they would probably charge you, $3,000. And if you took it to, just a random body shop somewhere, they probably charge you, the same, if not more. He said, I can fix it for rock bottom price. He said, I can fix it. I can get the dent out. I can do the paint, fix the paint. I can do all that. And I'll just basically, charge you, cost. So the charge for the fixing is $850. I'm like, you know what? Cool. I don't even have to report this. $850, we can do that. He said, all right, give me like 6 days and I'll have it back to you. All right, so here's the dilemma. So I mentioned to my son that, hey man, I left this part out. So when he moved the goal back, I went to Dallas, came back from Dallas. When I got back from Dallas, he was working on he was in the driveway working on the goal. And he said, Dad, I got the goal fixed and I saw what was wrong. It wasn't, he said the base supports were not properly, whatever. The base supports were improperly installed. He said, so I got this together. So he said, now it's assembled properly, so it's not gonna tip over again. So I said, okay, cool. Then asked question, so how much you got on this repair? Now he works full time, got a nice little nest egg saved up, just got a whole bunch of money for his graduation. I said, so how much you got on this repair to get your sister car out? He's like, ooh, what I got to do with that? What do you have to do with that? Well, sir, it's your goal. You put it up improperly and it failed. So he said, okay, so how's that my problem? I want to know how is it my problem? So wait a minute. So y'all think that I'm going to pay David? And then my daughter, my 19-year-old, the one who's right above him, she says, well, he has a good point. What does he have to do with it? It's his goal. She said, okay, but I see his point. I don't see why he has to kick in. Okay, I'm like, why do I gotta, so why am I expected? She said, well, what about the person whose car it is? She's the victim. Why would she have to pay for it? She said, well, if it had fallen on my car, I would have been expecting y'all to pay for it because y'all always say, hey, well, that's not your car, it's my car. I just let you drive. Okay. You know what? I just kicked her out of the room. I said, get out of here because you're being dumb. Leave. So the question is, how much should he have to pay on this repair? Because I'm not taking this whole thing on myself. I'm not taking this whole $850 on me. I'm being nice by paying, what I'm paying. And it was my connection that enabled us to get it fixed for a cheap price. The whole $850 ain't on me. What do you think? I'm gonna end up taking these kids to Judge Joe Brown. He not there no more. Shit. Judge Judy, Judge somebody. Judge Faith, I don't care. Divorce court, somebody.